really more than a depth of breath, take a moment to find a steady rhythm so that your inhales and exhales are of equal length. Engage the muscles of the throat gently to create ujjayi. And let's do a very loose 4-part breath. So just have you pause the inhale or pause your breath at the top of inhale and pause at the bottom of your exhale. So again, just very loose. You don't have to count. Usually we do this to a particular count. But this morning, just a little pause at the top and a little pause at the bottom. Really what this does is serve as an interruption to the chatter of the mind. In a sense, it's like stopping momentum, taking a break. So as you pause your breath both at the top and the bottom, you also do the best you can to pause the mind. Let's do 3 more breaths like this. Take your time, there's no rush. After you pause the breath at the bottom for the 3rd time, then just smooth breaths in and out. Let's bring the hands together in Anjali Mudra at the 3rd eye. So now a moment to move into the mental body, the Manomaya Kosha, and focus the mind. So call forth an intention that's present and positive. Ultimately, this is something that comes from the space beyond the chatter of your mind. So ideally, the mind has calmed somewhat, and intention can be realized. Remember that you can open to your intention through word or image or feeling. Take a deep inhale breath, fill your lungs full. Little pause at the top of the breath again. Then exhale everything out, hands to the heart center. And drop your awareness into your heart space. So a moment to check in with the heart, to remember the interconnectedness of all things, to honor our connection to one another, to Source itself. And a moment, to me, this is also a really valuable place to call forth like spirit guides and angels, to remember the forces in the realms beyond that are orchestrating so much beauty and grace in life. All those really synchronistic experiences, in those ways that things come full circle. You start to understand why something has happened. To me, this is also a place of deep faith and trust. And I mean faith in not a dogmatic kind of way, but a belief that there are benevolent forces here that are helping to guide you through life. Forces beyond what the eye can see or the ears can hear. It's the subtle realm. So to anyone that you're holding at your heart or anyone your heart goes out to, just a moment to think of them. We'll open our practice with 3 rounds of Om. But first take a deep breath in. Exhale everything out. Inhale for Om. As you exhale and sweetly bow the chin to the chest, release the hands, allow the eyes to open, and begin on all fours, please. So, as we move into our physical practice now, do the best you can to stay connected to the inner realm and really ultimately the breath. Okay, spread the fingers nice and wide, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Take an inhale and exhale, just come to center. Draw the belly button in toward the back body. Now on your inhale, lift open the front of the chest, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, round the back, scoop the tail, drop the head, press the floor away. Inhale, lift open the heart. Back to cow pose. Now draw hips to heels, move chest to thighs, forehead to floor. So a variation of child's pose here. Inhale, back up onto the hands and the knees, lift the heart. And now downward dog. Curl the toes, straighten the legs, lift the hips. Okay, stay here for a breath in. Breath out, drop the knees to the earth. We'll go through that whole sequence again. So navel in, lift open the heart, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, press the floor away, cat pose. Inhale, lift open the heart. Think of stretching the front side of the body. Exhale, child's pose variation. Hips to heels, chest to thighs, forehead to floor. Inhale, back up onto hands and knees. Lift open the front of the chest, downward facing dog. Exhale. Good. Stay here for 2 breaths now. Try to resist the urge to fidget and wiggle. Just be still. Another inhale to fill your lungs. Then exhale, gently drop the knees to the earth. We'll go through one more time. Inhale, open the front of the throat, front of the heart. Exhale, round the back, cat pose. Good. Inhale, open the front of the chest, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, child's pose, hips to heels, chest to thighs, forehead to floor. Inhale, back up, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great. And then we'll stay here. So feel free now, bend your knees one at a time. Shift around into the hips a little, stretch one heel and then the other to the floor. And then eventually hold the pose. So soften both knees. Tap into, with your awareness, your mind's eye and your physical body, your navel center. So as you exhale, pull the belly button in toward the back body. Good. Feel and sense the energy of the hands. Press down into the earth. Spread your fingers like rays from the sun. Good. Take one more inhale, fill the lungs, lift the hips. Exhale, walk the feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Lengthen through the crown, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Relax the head, the neck, the jaw. Again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And then one more time, inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through the crown, broaden the collarbones, shoulders on the back. Exhale, fold forward over the legs, and then just relax here. So same thing, shift the weight around, forward and back. You can go side to side. Definitely bend your knees to receive the weight of the chest on the thighs. This is helpful for opening the hamstrings, the lower back. So remember that the postures really are here to help us harness the energetic, the energy of the body, the energy of the really everything. Right? We pull energy and prana into the body through the breath, and release energy and prana through the breath as well. Through these energetic rivers and nadis that run through your physical form. Take one more breath in here, one more breath out. Then inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Come into low lunge, hands to the floor and the shoulders. Inhale, lift open the front of the heart. Exhale, straighten the left leg and fold. Do that a couple more times. Inhale, bend the left knee, lift open the heart. Exhale, straighten the leg. Good, one more time, inhale, left knee bends, lift open the front of the chest, exhale, straighten the leg. Good, stay here, take an inhale, soften the right heel toward the floor, stretch the outer left hip back. Pull the navel and lift the heart, exhale, fold forward. Step to the top of the mat as you breathe in, and then just switch out your feet. So left foot steps back, opposite foot. Okay, inhale, lift open the heart. Exhale, straighten the right leg and fold. Do that again. Inhale, bend, lunge. Exhale and straighten. And one more time, inhale, bend the knee and lift the heart. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Stay here, soften the left heel to the floor. Stretch the outer right hip back. Pull the navel in and lift the chest. One more, inhale, exhale, fold. Step up to the top of the mat on your next breath in. Exhale, fold forward. And all the way to standing as you inhale. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lift both arms to the sky. Grab the left wrist in your right hand, stretch to the side. It's a little lateral flexion for the spine. Stay here. Shift your hips just off center. The shoulders back, the head back. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. Inhale to center, switch out the hands. Exhale to the other side. So the more internal the gaze is, or our attention is, the more we can notice how the body, inhale up to center, release the hands behind the back, how the body kind of harnesses this energy. Roll the shoulders onto the back and lift open the heart. Exhale and then lean back, shift your hips gently forward. Think of a long neck, so draw the chin slightly in. Lead from the heart, take another inhale, one more exhale. Inhale up to center, we'll fold forward. You can keep your hands interlaced or release them as you fold. Relax the head and neck and jaw, breath in. Breath out. Good, inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, plank pose. So pause and plank, squeeze the inner thighs, the feet toward one another, open the soles of the feet toward the back of the room. So now body as conduit of energy from heaven to earth. Soften the shoulder blades together on the back, but firm the core and reach energy through the crown of your head. On take your next inhale, shift the weight slightly forward, come to the very top of the toes, bend your elbows and lower all the way down to the ground. Remember, you can always drop your knees and then chest to the floor. Hands are by the low ribs, point your toes, lift the chest, inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower to the earth. Now think of growing longer, right? So heel of the hand roots down, elbows draw back, shoulders lift, chest rises. Again, cobra, exhale, lower to the floor. Good, and then one more time, inhale, lift open the front of the heart. Ground down through the tops of the legs. Legs are soft and heavy to the floor. Exhale, lower to the earth. Beautiful. Inhale to plank or go back to child's pose. And then downward facing dog. Breath in and out. You recognize in this way body as conduit. Also, body really as dwelling place for the soul. Just a temporary vehicle that your soul gets to cruise around in for this lifetime. So may we, as much as we're working with the body, may we see beyond the body or the bigger picture, if you will. Take an inhale up to the top of the mat. Exhale everything out, bend your knees, drop, step, or walk up. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale all the way to stand, reach up and open. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Good, inhale, lift both arms up. Breathe in, lean back a little bit. Exhale, fold forward, stretch out and down through the spine. Relax the head, lift up halfway. Inhale, lengthen, fill the lungs. Plant your hands, jump or step, or walk both feet back. Lower all the way or stop halfway, elbows hug the side ribs. Inhale, lift the heart forward and up, broaden the collarbones, reach through the crown. Exhale, hips to the ceiling, downward facing dog. Good, breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Feel your hands rooting down into the earth. Hug the hands towards the center, yet rotate your biceps forward. Take another inhale, fill your lungs, gaze forward. Exhale everything out, bend your knees and jump, step, or walk up. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale all the way to stand, reach up, maybe lean back. And exhale the hands to the heart center. Let's do Sunday one more time. Inhale, both arms up. Fill the lungs, big inhale, exhale, fold forward, reach out and down, soften the knees, relax the head, halfway lift, inhale, fill up. Exhale, plant your hands, jump, step, or walk both feet back. Lower all the way or stop halfway, elbows hug the ribs, then inhale, slide your heart forward and up, broaden the collarbones, exhale, lift your hips to the ceiling. Down dog. Breath in, breath out. Remember, part of the way, or one of the most, I think, accessible and easiest ways to connect to the realm beyond is to practice pratyahara, the withdrawing of your senses from the external world to the internal world. Inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale everything out, bend the knees and jump, step, or walk up. Halfway lift, inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. And just pause here for a moment. Take a minute to check back in with your intention. Close your eyes. Tune in through the ears as well. So it's just as if all of the senses shift to the inner world. It's not to say that you won't perceive of the things around you, of course, but that we emphasize kind of paying attention, more and more attention to the sensations of the body, to the rhythm of the breath, to the thoughts in the mind. Take another inhale, exhale, release the hands to the hips and step your right foot to the back of the mat. Come into a high crescent lunge. So right heel is off the floor, left knee bends, left knee and ankle aligned. Inhale, then straighten the left leg and lift the arms to the ceiling. On your exhale, bend your knee, bring your hands to your heart. Do that again. Inhale, lift the arms up, straighten the leg. Exhale, pull the navel, and as you bend the left knee, weight is through the heel of your left foot. One more time. Inhale, lift up, straighten your leg, and exhale, hands to the heart. Now hinge the chest forward, sweep the arms by the sides, point your palms to face the earth, and lift the chest like cobra in the front of the heart. Now firm the navel. So now it's a play between a firm core that drops the chest down and a lift in the heart that might soften the core. Everything in practice is equal and opposite, right? Helping us to understand and really interact with the two opposing forces. Take one more inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, place the right hand to the floor and lift the left arm to the sky. Revolved lunge. Breathe in and out. If you need to shimmy or you'd like to shimmy your right foot back, please do. Left arm to the ceiling, right hand to the floor. Take another inhale and reach up. Another exhale and twist. Okay, one more breath in. Exhale, release the left hand to the floor in low lunge. Now lift open the front of the heart, look forward and up. And as you exhale, pivot to the side. Walk the hands to the long edge. Take an inhale, exhale, bend the right knee. Straighten the right leg, inhale, and exhale, bend the left knee. Remember, as we move in and out of these poses, you can always adjust the length of your stance. Straighten left leg, exhale, bend right. Good, inhale, straighten right, exhale, bend left. Let's just do one more on both sides. Breathe and move with your body. Let your breath really guide the way. Now, both legs straight on your inhale. And fold forward. Turn the toes slightly in, your heels a little out. Bend the knees a little and shift the weight to the front part of your foot. Inhale, lift the sitting bones. Exhale, descend the heart, the head down toward the ground. Hands to the ankles or the feet. Okay, one more breath in here. One more breath out. Great. Walk the hands up the legs. Come all the way to standing as you inhale. Exhale, pivot your left foot to face forward and bend the left knee. Come into warrior two. Extend the arms forward and back. Inhale, lift them to the sky. Then grab your left wrist in your right hand and pull the left arm back. Reverse your warrior. Bend the left knee deeply. Inhale into the heart. Exhale, stretch back.
Now straighten the left leg. Inhale up to center, release the hands. Exhale to triangle. Extend the arm forward, take the hand to the shin or the earth. Right arm to the sky. Good, now draw the shoulders down the back and pull the navel in. So each time you exhale, draw the belly button toward your back body and have a sense of your tailbone drawing towards your right heel. Breathe into the front of the heart. Inhale and exhale, turn the gaze over the right hand. Take one more breath in, lighten the load in the left hand, lift the chest a little, one more breath out. Inhale all the way back up to stand. Exhale, warrior two. Take another inhale breath here. Exhale, place the hands to the top of the mat. Step your left foot back in plank and pause. Okay, breathe in and out. Squeeze the legs together, shift to the right hand, pinky toe side of right foot, and inhale, lift left arm to the sky, Shavasana, for side plank. Okay, your feet can be stacked, one on top of the other or one in front of the other. Just flex the feet as if the floor like tilted to match the angle that your feet are at. Now lift your hips, take an inhale, stretch your left arm overhead as you exhale. Open the front of the throat, take one more breath in, one more breath out. Great, inhale left arm to the sky, exhale it down onto the floor under your shoulder. Bend your elbows and lower chaturanga, just lift your hips to downward facing dog, either one. Breathe in, lift the heart forward and up, cobra up dog, and then downward facing dog. Take a pause here and breathe in and out. So now notice, right, the role of asana is to bring the stuff that is imbalanced up to the surface. The things that are lying under the surface and possibly that you are still asleep to, or that you they're hiding in the darkness, okay, up into the light. Okay, inhale, look to the top of the mat. Exhale everything out, bend your knees and jump, step, or walk up. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale to stand. And exhale, hands to the heart center. Remember that our practice, I always like to remind myself, the point of practice is not to get my foot behind my head or to balance on my hands, right? But to realize who and what I am. That's the whole point, self-realization. Who am I when this body, breaks down? Who am I beyond just the thoughts that I cultivate or the experiences that I have in life? Who am I far beyond the emotions that are temporary and transient? Take another breath in, exhale, release the hands down. We'll bring the hands to the hips, step your left foot back into Crescent Lunge. Okay, remember, right heel and ankle align. Move that right hip back, left hip forward. So a little scissor of your inner thighs here. Inhale, straighten the right leg, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart, bend the knee. That again, inhale, lift up, straighten your leg. Exhale, bend in, hands to heart. And then one more time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend in. Okay, release the hands, hinge the chest forward and pull the navel in, but lift open the heart. So again, it's that play between lifting the heart and staying connected to the core. Staying connected to the core, but lifting the heart. Whoa, we recognize like there's an inhale and exhale that can help you govern that. Right, as you breathe in, lift open the front of the chest. As you breathe out, pull the belly button back. Okay, do one more inhale here. Exhale, place the left hand to the floor. Inhale, lift the right arm to the sky. And pause, a little twist here. Breathe in and out. Now, as much as you open the right side, you want to keep your right knee bent, but lift the left hip. So remember, again, equal and opposite. Reach through and beyond the fingers of the right hand. Take another inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, then reach up. Exhale, place the right hand to the floor. Take a breath in, lift open the heart. Exhale, pivot to the side. Walk the hands to the long edge. Inhale, exhale, bend the left knee. So once again, just go side to side. Straighten the leg as you breathe in. Bend the knee as you breathe out. And then just keep going. One side and then the other. Of course, use your breath. Notice the foundation through your feet. Good. You'll bend the right knee one more time as you exhale. Now both legs are straight. Take your time. There's no rush. Fold forward, toes in, heels slightly out. You could take the hands behind the back if you like this time. Could walk both hands forward. All sorts of hands variations here to explore for your own self. Good. Just remember the foundation through your feet, right? So shift the weight slightly forward. Bend your knees so your sitting bones rise. And then pull down. If your head touches the floor, you can always walk your feet closer in. If your head is very close, you can always walk your feet a little further out. Not that necessarily the head on the floor is the goal though, right? Okay, take one more inhale, one more exhale. Walk the hands up up the legs all the way to stand. And exhale, pivot your right foot forward, bend your knee into warrior two. Okay, extend the arms, lift them to the sky, grab your right wrist with your left hand, and pull the torso toward the back of the room. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, one more inhale. Keep the bend in that right knee. One more exhale as you stretch back. Straighten the right leg, release the hands. Exhale, extend the arms forward. Tilt the hands to ceiling and earth triangle pose. Breathe in and out. Turn the gaze over your left shoulder. Both shoulders come onto the back and hug towards the center. So imagine the shoulder blades drawing together behind you. Now pull the navel in and the lower ribs in. You take the curve out of your lower back. Soften the front knee and lift the chest just a little. Now scoop the right hip under. Stay just a few more breaths in triangle pose. Turn the gaze over the left hand. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale all the way to stand. Exhale, bend your knee, warrior two. Take another inhale breath here, fill the lungs. Exhale, hands to the top of the mat. Step your right foot back to plank. Squeeze the legs together and then we move Shavasana to the other side. So squeeze the legs in, shift the weight to the left hand. Pinky toe side of left foot, right arm to the sky, side plank. Good. Think of the right shoulder moving back and down. Kind of hug it. Just use it's like how can you have the right side be doing as much work as the left? Right? Lift the hips, squeeze the legs, lift the heart, exhale. Yeah, right arm stretches overhead and you lengthen as much as you can. Big breath into the heart, love on it. I don't know how many more times today you'll do side plank. So I just want to get it all out right here, right now. One more inhale, exhale, release the right hand down. Bend your elbows lower all the way or stop halfway. Great, press down, lift the heart. Inhale, up dog or cobra, and then exhale the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Very nice. Breathe in and out. Awesome, breathe in and out. Okay, take one more inhale. Exhale everything out, bend your knees and jump, step, or walk up. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Good, all the way to stand. Inhale, reach up and open. And exhale the hands to the heart, samastiti. Just once again, tap back into the heart space. Remember. The heart is a place of deep remembrance. Not just that, it's not about remembering the simple or trivial things of your day, but a deep remembrance. Oh, there is a place within me that is steady. There is a part of me that will never die. A part of me that goes on and on and on. May I remember the stable and solid and ever-present place within. Let's just take one more breath in, one more breath out. Release the hands down. We'll bring them to the hips and shift the weight into the left foot. Then bring the right foot out in front of you and lift it off the floor. And rotate your right foot around in a circle one way and then the other. With your right knee bent, draw your right hip back so that you're using the core and the standing left leg to hold the pose. Flex your right toes. Inhale, lengthen out of the waist. Exhale, hinge the chest forward and stretch your right foot back. Kick through the heels, so balancing warrior three. Now with your hands to your hips, notice the hips here. It's easy to lift the right hip up towards the sky because it's hard to balance with your hips square. So each time you inhale, similar to what we did in our lunge, I want you to rotate your right inner thigh back so your right hip descends. Each time you exhale, fold maybe a little further forward. Lift your back leg. A couple more breaths here. Inhale. It's a lot of work for the standing left leg and especially the hips, so support by drawing your lower abdomen in. Take one more inhale, lift your right foot a little higher, one more exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, release the feet to the forearms by the sides. Just pause and reflect, notice and feel the size of the body. In our practice, in terms of connecting to the cosmic realm, the cosmos, the teachings equate your mind with the moon, for the moon is ever changing. And they equate your soul with the sun, for the sun is ever present. And it's that difference. We get enamored by the moon and its changes. We get pulled with its flows. And that's fine. That's part of the natural way of things. It's part of being in the human condition. But remember that the practice is helping us to reveal the steadiness of our souls, the light that shines eternally from within. Take another inhale, another exhale. Let's do the other side. So hands to the hips, shift the weight into the right foot. Lift and spread your toes. Inhale, lift the left foot from the earth. Rotate the left foot around one way and then the other. And then with the left knee bent, foot is flexed, draw the left thigh back. So you pull into the navel and root through the right foot. Take an inhale, lengthen out of the waist, lift through the crown. Exhale, extend the heart forward and the left foot back, balancing warrior 3. With hands to hips, notice the left inner thigh now rotates towards the ceiling to descend the left hip. Notice how that changes the stretch in the right leg. Pull the lower abdomen in and lengthen through the heart. A little cobra in the front of the chest. And then exhale, kick the foot back, maybe lift it up. A couple more breaths here. Use the breath to guide the pose. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the leg. Exhale, pull the navel and extend and maybe descend a little deeper into the posture. Okay, one more breath in. One more breath out. Good. Inhale all the way back up to standing. Exhale, release the arms, the feet together. Good. Pause for another inhale. Another exhale. Okay, bend the knees. Inhale, lift the arms, come into chair pose. So root the weight into the heels. Hug the legs in towards the center. Pull the navel in and lift open the front of the chest. It's very similar to our lunge that we did at the very beginning of practice, the play between the core and the heart. So inhale, fill the chest. Exhale, draw the navel in and sit down. That's it. Breathe in. Breathe out. And one more big breath in. One more breath out. Great. Rise to stand. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Stretch the arms to the sky as you breathe into the chest. Exhale and fold forward. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Come into a low lunge. And this time, drop the right knee to the floor. Point your right toes to the back of the room. Straighten the left leg. Kick the ball of the left foot from the earth. Inhale and exhale. So half Hanumanasana. You can take the option of full Hanumanasana from here if you like. Draw the left foot forward. Walk the hands forward under your shoulders and breathe in and breathe out. And then same kind of equal and opposite play we've had the whole time. This is way less about ever getting the hips to the floor and more about balancing. Can I squeeze my inner thighs together and square the hips? And then from that square, extend through my legs. And at the same time, can I be proud of where I am? Not hunched in, thinking I need to be someplace else or that it's not good enough, but rather right here, open in my heart. Willing to see that I have growth still to go or still to have happen. And yet fully aware of the growth that I've already been through. Take a breath in and a breath out. Soften the shoulders, relax the eyes. 2 more breaths here. Okay, and then we'll come out of the pose. So here's the tricky part. You can either take your left hand to the inside of the left foot, slide the left leg back and lift it up, or you can start to just lift your hips and slide your left foot back, however you'll get back into downward dog. Okay, and then downward facing dog pose here. Notice the sides of the body, a little bend to the knees. Breathe in and out. Okay, one more inhale, one more exhale. This time lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, you pull the foot all the way through to the top of the mat into lunge. Place the left knee to the ground. Point your left toes back. Straighten the right leg. Inhale. Kick the ball of the right foot up and off the floor. And you can stay here. You can take the deeper variation. Full Hanumanasana. But remember that deeper doesn't necessarily mean better. Just because it's more complex or more intense doesn't necessarily mean straight away that it's the way to be. This is, I think, some of the things we have to shift in our understanding. A lot of times we're taught and it's reinforced that the more you push or the harder you work, the better it will be. But yoga is really the opposite. It's like the more you surrender and the more you allow, the better it will be. So most important to listen to the body and to reflect upon, if the body says this is okay, maybe go a little deeper. If the body says hold up, then you wait. Good. Lift open the front of the chest a little. Remember pride in where you are. Exhale. Good. 2 more breaths here. Hug back into the center as you breathe in. Extend through the feet and the legs as you breathe out. Good, and then we'll come out of the pose, however you want to get there. Back into downward facing dog pose again. Okay. Maybe pedal out your legs a little, one heel and then the other to the floor. Good, soften the posture here. You can inhale and exhale. Okay, come onto the knees, please, and onto the sitting bones then. We'll extend the legs forward out in front of you. Okay, we're actually going to take the right leg out to the side and fold your left foot in. So it's a variation of Shavasana. We're going to fold forward first, so nice and even with your sitting bones, square to the floor, even as the right leg moves out to the side. Okay, flex the right foot. Place the hands in front of you, shoulder width distance. Take an inhale, lift the heart, and then exhale, walk forward with your hands and stretch your heart down towards the floor. It kind of comes right over this left foot. Breathe in and out. Keep your right hip rooted to the ground. So if you feel it lifting off and your weight shifting over to the left, come out of the pose a little, onto the fingertips and lift the heart, and then fold forward. Good. Breathe in and out. It's really then, the next kind of layer of all of this is balance. How do I balance the sun and the moon within me? That which is changing and that which is always steady. How do I balance my effort and my ease? Okay, take one more inhale, lengthen out of the waist. One more exhale as you fold. Good, then inhale up to seated. Slide your right hand down towards your right ankle. Lift the left arm to the sky and stretch it overhead. So similar to our side plank, lengthening even our standing side bend. Ground the left hip to the earth as you lift the left chest. And then rotate the heart open. You might even be better served to bend your left elbow and place the hand behind the head. Breathe in and out. Now remember, energy follows thought. So take your attention down to the side waist on this left side. And breathe in. And exhale, stretch over. Good. One more inhale here. One more exhale. And come up to seated. Inhale, extend the left arm. You'll place it onto the floor outside your left hip. Come onto the left knee and the right foot, and then inhale, sweep the right arm overhead. Exhale, lean your upper body back, your head, throat open. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, come onto the sitting bones. Exhale and pause. And let's do the other side. So left leg out, right leg in. Okay, first and foremost, set yourself up. Feel where balance is. Might be different on this side. Okay, flex the left foot. Hands come out in front of you, shoulder width. Inhale. Exhale and fold forward. Take a minute to remember your intention, the prayer at your heart. Think of lengthening equally from the hips to the ribs. This is a very specific place to ask you to take your attention. And at first you might be like, I have no idea. I don't want to think about that spot in my body. Or it's hard to perceive of what that means, right? Sometimes we shut down. I remember a while ago, there was this post I saw and somebody was like, 10 things my yoga teacher says that I can't stand or something like that. And one of them was like, when they tell you to like feel into places that you don't understand. This is a bad rendition of this post, but you get my point. Hopefully. You're not supposed to understand everything. I guess that was my reaction to this was like, but if you understood everything, why would you need to go to class? Right? Part of coming to a place and studying something is having an empty cup when you arrive, is understanding there are things you're not going to be able to understand, even in terms of your own physical body. That's part of the reason we do this, is coming to the mat to understand, oh, this body is a temporary vehicle for my soul. It's just a stopping place. And how can I treat my body as best I can, find balance within it, but also use it as a place to understand what lies beyond. Just take another inhale, another exhale, and come up to center as you breathe in. Slide the left hand down to the left ankle. Lift the right arm up and overhead. And breathe. So remember, take your attention now in your mind's eye to the right side of the hip, right side of the body. From the hip to the ribs, grow longer. Maybe bend your right elbow and place the hand behind the head. What happens mentally is I'll say something, and whether you understand it cerebrally or not, your mind is processing. Your body is responding to what it hears. Until the day then your cerebral mind, like your ego mind, if you will, catches up and goes, oh, I get it. I know what you mean. And then you can emphasize it even more. And until that time, it's okay for things to be in the unknown. It's okay for them to be under the surface. It's okay for it to be a little dark. One more inhale, one more exhale. Inhale, then all the way up to seated. Place the left hand to the floor, or right hand to the floor outside your hip. Come onto the right knee, lift the hips up and off the floor, sweep the left arm overhead. Breathe in and out. Move the head back and the throat open. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. And then inhale back to the sitting bones. Exhale, we'll draw the soles of the feet together now. Baddha Konasana. Inhale, lift open the heart. Exhale, and fold forward. Good. Lengthen out of the sides of the body as equally as you can. Push the soles of the feet and knees apart. Draw the shoulders on the back, heart forward. Breathe in and out. Awesome. One more inhale here. One more exhale. Good. Release, inhale up to seated. And I'll have you guys turn around and lay on your back. So your head's face towards the front of the room and your feet face back. We'll lay all the way down onto the ground. When you get to the floor, extend the legs straight, stretch your arms up and overhead. Take an inhale, exhale the knees to the chest, and then place the feet to the floor, the arms by the sides. Okay, roll the shoulder blades onto the back so they're flat on the floor. And then inhale, lift your hips up and off the earth. We'll come into bridge pose. Feel free to grab a block if you have one nearby and place it underneath your pelvis, or you can interlace your hands behind your back. You could keep your arms down by the sides of the body and reach towards your heels if you like. Mostly notice the neck, the base of the neck, and see if you can start to lift it away from the floor by grounding the outer shoulders into the earth and the back of the head. The front of the throat will open towards the sky, and there'll be some space between the shoulder blades at the base of the neck that rises from the earth. When the throat opens towards the sky, now relax the front of the throat, relax the jaw, and stay for a few more breaths here. Root down through the soles of the feet, the shoulders, the arms, the back of the head. Great. Now for these last few breaths, if you like, take an inhale and pause the breath at the top. Exhale everything out and pause the breath at the bottom. Again, inhale, fill up. Hold energy at your throat. Exhale. Hold. We'll do it one more time. Inhale, fill up. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Then inhale and exhale, slowly release the hands, remove the block, and lower your hips to the floor. Very nice. Bring your feet as wide as the mat, knock your knees together, and we'll take Shakti Mudra from here. The thumb and first finger together. Placed right here at the Shavasana chakra. So this is the seat of emotions. Emotions really are a part of the mind that is constantly changing. I have a Sanskrit teacher who very long time ago, I learned from, and she would always say, she's also a Jyotisha, a Vedic astrologer. She would always say, if you find yourself in a particular mood, wait 3 days. It will inevitably have changed. And I use that all the time when I find myself in a particular space in life or attitude that is very difficult to change at the immediate. What happens is 3 days passes and things have shifted. It's the similar phases of the moon. So even as hands come to Shakti Mudra in this way, it's like grounding and steadying the emotional body. It really is from the mind. The senses take things in, the mind starts to process, and it stores that in the body. As much as it would be super great if we could just take a few moments in Shakti Mudra and the mind would be calm forever and ever, amen, right? It doesn't work that way. You have to practice these things throughout the day. And the more dedicated we are, the more consistent we are with them, the more impactful they will be. Maybe just a little bit of gratitude for making it to your mat this morning, for creating the time and space to be here, and for having this practice in your life, in whichever way it is. You can take a moment to notice if there are other postures you would appreciate or any other adjustments, and go ahead and take those. Otherwise, just extend the legs down and come into our final pose of Shavasana. So remember, you don't have to do anything else. The option is there if you feel called to. Okay. And then make sure that you're comfortable for Shavasana, bolsters, blankets, pillows. Let everything just relax on the floor, everything go.
So feel a wave of relaxation wash through you from the crown of the head to the soles of your feet. Hopefully, the mood through our practice has been made steady. Hopefully, the mind is calm. You can let yourself rest in the light of your soul. And feel and sense the soul shining. The light of the soul shines from the inside out. The whole body bathed in light. begin to bring awareness back to your physical body. Begin to allow a nice deep breath in and let it go out. And start to move the fingers and toes. Rotate the wrists and ankles. And as you're ready, extend both arms up and overhead. Just reach all the way from fingers to toes, and we'll bring the knees to the chest. Give yourself a great big hug. Thank yourself for coming to your practice, again, and creating the time and space to be here. It's really a super precious and valuable time. You can roll to the right or the left, and as you're ready, we'll come up to a comfortable seat. Take a moment just to seal our practice, our time together. The more we touch to the place of the soul, the more we cleanse and clear the debris from the light, the brighter it can shine. We become beacons to one another, attracted to those who have lights that are shining bright. But also, compassion and understanding and a willingness to help those who may be more shrouded in darkness. It's without judgment, right? This is all an unfolding, a gradual remembrance and realization of who and what we are. And there's a lot of stuff packed into that. A lot of conditioning that has to be undone. And it's not just stuff of this lifetime, but lifetimes upon lifetimes. And so may we have compassion for our own selves as we grow. And as you bring your hands together at the center of the heart, and take a moment just to give thanks to the source itself for all the ways in which you are being asked to wake up, all the ways that you have already woken up, awoken, there it is. It's a continual journey, of course. So we'll take a moment to seal our practice with a chant of Om, but first take a deep breath in to fill up. Exhale it all out. Inhale for Om. Just bow the chin to the chest. Take a moment to honor the love and compassion that lies in your heart and the hearts of all beings, and the teacher that guides our way. And now the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.
So deep gratitude and blessings to each of you for being here this morning. Enjoy the 70-degree December 1st day. Some sunshine. I think eventually it will get cold and will snow, so we'll just embrace this while it's here, as all things. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you again for being here, and I'll see you hopefully very soon. You're welcome. Shine your lights bright like the sun, okay? Let's see. Yuri, yay! So nice to have you out there, friend. Thanks for being here. Have a good day.